Alright. Go ahead and take this thing off. Okay, welcome. Make sure this mic is checked as well. This thing's been having, it's not the mic's fault. I think this stick is having too much pressure that's leaning towards the back of this, but seems how that's what's happening. Thing is standing a little bit clear. Okay, just checking to make sure everything's all right. I had to blast this fan for a while. I was like burning after that live play. But apparently, and I think my let me see. Yeah, my chat's okay, so people could chat with me, and they'll probably come right in the side. Yes, it appears that my stream earlier, I'm trying not to make too much noise, so that's why I'm talking like this. It had some sort of the problems that resulted in glitching, slowing down, application not working, and something went wrong during the stream. But that's why I'm here to talk about why, you know, it's very important for these creators to make sure they check their game when, what you need to do, because sometimes this can happen. I can only do so much, and I do have a RTX, so there's no way it can be my computer's fault. It does a good job in running the system. It does a really good job. So that's not the issue I'm talking about here. The issue is that somehow this game that I was playing had some problems, had some really like we're talking about like freezing, glitching, and most importantly, frozen to the point where you don't know, you can't control your character, you can't control the gameplay, and you're left like just stuck in this one spot until something goes black, something just stops moving, and you're left to figure out how long this is gonna take. And it was experiencing so many crashes. So that's why I'm gonna show you something right now. So let me go ahead and open this window. So we're gonna do an analyze of what's really happening right now, and let me see if I can get to this. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna move this a little bit right here to the side, so if anyone wants to talk, we help it too. Probably close some of these browsers off. Hang on. There. Oh, you can see better. Okay, so I know you're not really watching too much, but I muted this so it won't be too loud. I should probably put some. Hold on, hang on. I'm gonna probably put something on. So let me go ahead and put something on. Hang on for a second. I'm just getting this up and running. Go ahead and close this. There we go. I'm getting something up and running. Hang on for a bit. I just don't want to be, having to just appear muted like this, and that everything's gonna be like, hey, hoopity doo, hoopity doo doo. No, we're gonna add something to make it work at least. Okay, see. I saved a lot of stuff because I knew something like this would happen. So I gotta avoid copyrights. I have to be careful with that. Okay, that's better. I was like, what's going on here? Okay. What are we doing? Oh yeah, I'm doing. I already forgot what I'm doing anymore. I have no idea. Okay. I just put some background noises. What else I could do with it? That's better. That's way to get the vibe of what's going on. Okay, so let's open up this window. So this is the what I wanted to show. It's a gameplay of the second video when I was playing this. This was the recent one. You can still watch it. It has like a couple of likes in there, but this is why I'm showing this right now. Apparently, there is some issues that happened. Let me fast forward this. It didn't start right here. It all started somewhere around this area. Let me show you, because everything was going good for the next like 14 to 17 minutes in. Everything was going so well done. You could tell I did a good job in making my gameplay, even though I look weird a bit. Gosh, I didn't even know how much I looked. No, the occurrence didn't happen anywhere around here. Everything was doing fine. I was doing everything so well done. I think it was somewhere around like about when we get to the near chapter 4, like somewhere around here, I started experiencing these issues. Yeah, it was somewhere around here. So when I went inside this little area, it started experiencing some issues, and this is where I redone that thing, and I was able to get one thing. But what I did was I made my thing smaller. Like I had to make this little smaller thing, so that's what I did. So why I'm re-showing this, because it was somewhere around here that I started showing some problems. You can see my thing starting to have some issues in the game, because when I was like doing these little puzzles, somehow my memory thing wasn't taking it. And you know what this is talking about, right? Y'all know? Okay, well, let me search it out. That's what I'm gonna show you. Windows taskbar applications. Not working. This is what it looks like. Where's the images? There it is. This is what it looks like right here. And when it's not working, this is what it results in it. So let me show you what it means. Oh, I don't know why it takes me there. There, it's something like, hold on, I'm trying to find a better example, because these examples are just so bad. You see more. It's when they're not working. That's what I'm trying to see. Yeah, something like this happened where like it was completely like skyrocket high. I'm trying to just find which one would be better example for it. They're all based on memory. I'm looking for the one that's not working. Not working high. Okay. What is it called? The taskbar? Windows taskbar or task manager, taskbar manager. There you go. Manager. There it is. When the application's not working. So I'm trying to go into this right now because I'm trying to show exactly what I'm talking about here. Because every performance is doing fine as ever. It's doing okay. But there is, well, when it came to mines was like having some problems. So far, I haven't found a good example of what I'm talking about here. No, I still haven't found one. They're all the same. Those kind of application. Let me put. Let me try this one. We should put there you go, non-responding. That's the one I should put. Not responding. There it is, not responding. No, not yet. Darn it. Yeah, these examples are so horrible. I'm trying to look at these examples, and all I'm showing is like examples of how good they were run. Not showing when they go to a limit. Oh, here you go. This is a good one. So this is exactly what was happening. It looks like I think I clicked on this before, but I'm just showing. It wasn't Windows Explorer, but it was the application of Five Nights at Freddy's, the security breach game. And what it was doing, it was going way to the red for some reason, and it was showing, instead of like regular, it would just show not responding or not working. It was one of those two. And it was slowing down to the point where like my thing was causing this right here, the video you see, to start having problems where you can see it slowing down. And it's only when I got to right here that you could tell my game was having some issues. Let me do another one. I'm gonna go further. You could tell the game is like really glitching now. Yeah, you see, the game is already like having some glitches going down. I was trying to get away from this this bot. It was right here in this part where it's like when I was going on the monitor and this thing was going really like staticky. It was slowing down the performance. Every time I was trying to click on something, it would just slow down and not like do its best here. So that's why I'm showing this right now. You can see it was already freezing, and while this is going on, this was happening behind the scenes where Task Manager was having some technical difficulties. It was all the rest of them readed the same. One was reading non-responsive, going at a high voltage, and resulting in slowing down some of the applications that are with it. And that's what resulted in this, having slow performance. Again, I was streaming, so since I was streaming, that's exactly why it was just slowing down. And then when I got to here, it was still having some issues even when I was out of that area already. I took off the mask, but it took me a while to just like stay still and know how bad my situation is, because again, my game was having some unresponsive, like unable to read and functional. So what I'm trying to say is, again, there was like some technical difficulties that I was trying to do my live play gameplay, and yeah, I just didn't do like I was supposed to check, because again, it's not my fault or issue. It's mostly Scott Coffin. He's the one that, you know, had these developers make the game. And the game was going good with the first one. The main game goes really well done. There's no problem with it. It was able to handle it. I remember a while back that there was some sort of like issue too, where me and Freddy were like cruising around the entire mega Pizzaplex, and somehow the game just would not go through a single section, and it will have like this moment where you go into this like little area depiction, and somehow, some reason, Freddy was not responding. And so when I was going to this lane to go where the big area where you usually see the whole static lights, the like visual show that where Betty and his game perform at, some reason when I went there, it was already having some issues where details were missing, and then everything was pitch black. It took like maybe about a minute for it to go back up. But the moment I decided, hey, maybe I should try some single sections, that's where the problem occurred. So I decided to realize that I had no choice but to look at some settings and look at some visual like preferences to see what was wrong with it. And I was able to download a couple of like visual softwares that can help, including taking some downgrades on some of the settings, because I think I had it way too high, and it helped a lot and made it work. But that could have been another reason why, you know, now VLC is having some issues. And again, this is for free, so I'm not really like angry about that. Well, if because I was paying, I would probably contact immediately Stock Off and say, hey, you're making us pay it and yet your thing's not working. But he made it for free, and I guess he wanted to make something that can make players play. But again, somehow, for some reason, this thing would just have some issues that would not like functional, because you can see right here I'm just like slowing down and I have to take a while to get through, and this where the loading thing comes through E2 as well. It was right here that something bad was going on, where I just didn't know what I was doing or what was happening. All I know was I was trying my best to do this performance, and yet somehow this thing was just not having it today. It was flowing, freezing, and then this happened where this visual scaling just went out of control, and I had to take it off from its visual. It was only when I had to go to short right back that's when behind the scenes I had to look back at the manager, which was this right here, to see if I can close a couple of applications, change a couple of things, try to get it, you know, more into its stability, because it was losing its stability, and then somehow other things were having some issues. They do have videos too. If you look right here, it says how to fix performance and graphic settings. Sometimes it can result to some issues, and they do have some things that show you, like this video basically shows you exactly like how you can fix your thing. And let me pause it so I'm not playing off way. You see the crashes, and then you have the performance, what's happening. You can see where your plugins are at. Sometimes this is useful to know exactly what is causing your crash. This comes in handy. But yeah, this is like my first issue where somehow my game was not working. I had no choice but to fix it. So thank goodness I was able to get this at least working until I got to that area. Now I did replay it, and I was able to get that what I needed to get, which was the camera that was secret camera that needed to access. Because again, I'm not trying to get the endings that I hate. I hate those other two endings. I'm trying to get one of them that's more secretive. So, but that's exactly what happened behind the scenes. That somehow my application was not working, and it was just causing some issues. Because again, your performance can only do so much. It can't do all of it. And I had an RTX, so it wasn't the RTX's fault, including the memory. The memory is high. I have so many fans in there, and they're acting able to run smoothly and stable. My issue that I'm having is, for some reason, this application was just not having it. It wasn't having it at all. So I had to literally figure out what was going on for a little while and see what was up. But I had to put in my description already on that live play that there is technical difficulties. Again, sorry for the inconvenience. I did want to play this just pure, you know, going straight at it. But for some reason, this game was not performing so well with part 2, and it's not my fault. Again, this is mostly Scott Coffin. You should have been checking his performances, because even though he expects every monitor system to can handle the game, sometimes when you're doing a stream, you got to make sure that you check those ones as well, because I think he was only checking the game performances on monitors and not checking what happens when they're streaming along with the game. So that's what I think needs to happen, and check it, including the scaling. Sometimes scaling could be the result of having your game having problems to the point where the game starts to interfere with the application due to its scaling, and it starts to have problems because it can't hold that much, because again, these applications can only hold so much frame bytes and gigabytes that they start to lose control when there's over capacity, causing laggage, freezing, and delay, because somehow there's just so much things that are going on. My hair's all messed up. Because again, I was wearing headphones, that's why it's like this. But yeah, that's exactly what was going down and why, my system was not functioning correctly. But there is something I want to show, and that's why I'm here to actually show it. And make sure my music is not dying on me. We're good. We're good on that. We're good on this one too. So I have some of these I wanted to show. This is my recent channel, and I have like a little art picture of this one. I'm live on that one. But these are the things I've been posting so far. We did so much things. Some of them are on a different channel, but you can tell over the years I've done so much things. It's not that I'm bored or anything. No, it's just because I am still trying to support somebody, and that's why I do many of these art depictions as possible and put on my YouTube channel. Because again, I'm trying to get it as much as popular, but I found something that can work, and I've created something that can work within a big city, so I'll soon be able to do that and be able to sponsor it somehow, so that way people can see it, because I know a lot of people are in this one place that I know they'll see it for sure. I can't wait to show it there, because I will have the money to be able to pay for that, because you have to pay money to put it down for that. But yeah, this is the recent one I did. If you haven't seen this one, I recommend to see it. It's really good. It's a good woodcut design I've created. You can see how it started off. It was just a face, and lead it off to the over captured of how it's gonna look at the end. I was able to get flowers, and hold on, there's still 1 second of what I'm probably talking about. So not that much, but now the flowers are already dying. It's sad, but I'm gonna show it anyways. So let me go ahead and take this off of the screen. Okay, so this is the flowers I wanted to show. Look at this. You could see the flowers I bought. It's supposed to be for somebody. Unfortunately, that's up to that person. I can't really blame that person if that person's busy, but that person's for her. And it was supposed to symbolizing the National Girlfriend's Day that I never been able to celebrate. This is my first time, believe it or not, my first time celebrating this day, that first time in my life. That, my goodness, I mean, like, this is crazy. I mean, I've never been, celebrating any of these holidays, because I've always been single, so it's the first time just celebrating and giving, something, and rather, if it's not in person, it's rather in post. So that's what I've been doing. Let me go ahead and put something up. I'm like, I don't want to be going around places and then people could see what I'm doing, so it's kind of embarrassing. There it is. So yeah, I wanted to show that, so that way you could see that I'm new at this. I've never been, in a relationship. So this relationship, like, we've been in many relationships, but the relationship that you're actually close to, you never been in a close relationship. So it was my first time being able to, try to celebrate these holidays. I don't know about Christmas or the other ones, so I have to figure out how those are gonna be like. But again, I still recommend those individuals who haven't been following me or looking at my channel, please subscribe and check out many of these videos, because you're missing out on a lot of them, including the album that's playing right now. This one's playing, and make sure it's off. Yeah, it is. It's basically the art depiction of the famous person I like a lot and love, and this one too. So I was able to put both of those. You have a list of songs from the artists, but this is not on my channel because again I'm monetizing. You can't. That's not allowed. So I was able to put it on the copyright content channel of mine. I had to recreate one since the other one was destroyed due to Aplex. But you can see the list of songs that I was able to put in, and these songs go from, you know, all these beats of lo-fa. So I was able to put those in there. Unfortunately, these are the two songs I was not able to put in, which was Summer Crush and Raining Flowers, due to other artists being, not letting them be released, because I tried asking permission and then they denied it. It's because again that's their track, a part of that, and they don't feel comfortable having their thing alterated, so that's the reason why they keep them blocked. The only ones that for sure you're able to see that are the ones from 4 years ago or 3 from those songs, because I know some people did it early. Unfortunately, mine's I had to update all the time, so I wasn't able to do that early, and that's what resulted in them not being in the playlist. I did so many things. I showed scenes. I haven't did any Minecraft updates, and due to the fact that again, my time is shortening down, there's a lot of things I'm doing now. But in the future, hopefully, depending on my ability, if I have a chance for a young youth that I end up hopefully, I cross my fingers in the future that I end up having my gene to carry on into someone young and able to continue my work that I've been building for years, like 11 to 12 years already, of the works of this scary world in Minecraft, of all these scary places I've just created from my early childhood to my adult age, and it's still ongoing, to believe it or not. This is still ongoing. Each depictions that I've been doing, all the creations of Minecraft. The only reason why I stopped again because I got very busy in life. I'm still doing a lot of work, still doing a lot of like back and forth pixelating, so that's why. And I'm still supporting someone because again, I'm not gonna abandon her. No way, that's not happening. So I'm basically, on my own, trying my best to go out of my way every day, killing myself, trying to stay alive, just so I can able to do progress after progress. But yet I still have faith and hope that a young youth of my life can come through and continue my work of something, because I know when you go to your young age, you're brand new and you're still doing things. That's why, to carry on my work and legacy of just building this is something out of a dream. So to have that and to have that person, carry on that legacy is something worth a dream now. But again, this is all talks, and we still have to figure out how long I'll be, because I've made so much progress than the ones I've just posted out. I made way so much progress, and I just wasn't able to continue. It's kind of sad. It is, but you can understand why, because again, people of my life that my love go first. I've done again a lot of these talking discussions. I haven't been doing a lot lately. And the reason why I haven't been doing so much talking discussions, again, I've been very busy, and I've been getting, all the stuff that I needed to get done, doing projects and making promote videos, because again, there's something coming up later this year here, and it might be even sooner now, because again, I got a good amount that I need just so I can do that. And I will do it, trust me, I will do it. I'm not gonna say no. But you're still welcome to look at the stuff that I've been posting up. I did post up a couple of stuff, and I'm still waiting to see what else is going to happen from here on out. It looks like this one's going as promised. Again, the only reason why I'm making it because someone else is helping me out, and I was able to get help from so many depictions of mine. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about from today's forward. That's the only reason why I wanted to talk about, because that's exactly what happened and what led to my game having problems and having this technical difficulties, and I was able to fix them up. Now, if you're probably wondering what I've been doing behind the, you know, all these other days after the recent events of Comic-Con and TurboCon, and going back and forth, because I didn't film anything in TurboCon. It was just one place with comic people selling comics, like a little store basically. Think of it as GameStop but in a medium size. That's basically what it was. GameStop in a medium size. There's nothing to me to film there. It was mostly like if you have like showing stories. I wanted to keep it mostly towards, you know, the person that, you know, I like and love. At the same time, I felt comfortable just like filming stuff that's in a more larger and entertainment area, such as Comic Con and the other one, WonderCon, was bigger. So I feel more comfortable if I'm gonna do actual vlogs to film it in a bigger. If it's in a convention, I wanted something way bigger, and that's why I was like, I didn't film Turbo. If you're probably curious of what happened in TurboCon, I basically was able to meet the famous artist David Mack, and I was able to also buy one of his little medium size art depictions. I could have got the bigger one if I had the money, since I didn't have the money at that time. I was like, cause I was paying so much. Literally, I had to pay so much just to get my love where she needed to be at. So I was able to do that. I'm still doing it basically. It's just the progress has been slow since the person decided to have problems and is on his way. So whatever software or thing he's doing right now, he's still having some issues. He's probably gonna take a little longer because that's what it looks like right now. So I can't rely on him right now. So that's why I'm going for other opponents that can help me for time being, because unfortunately he didn't check his update when I was in Comic-Con, and that's what led to him, you know, having this problem in the first place. Because again, if he had his more of like understanding, you know, when he's updating, doing any maintenance, to do them right away before asking for assistance or asking to start doing progress already, because then this happens and who knows. If you're probably curious of who this person is, I can't say any names. I can't say the person's user or anything. It's confidential. It's just anonymous, and this anonymous is something that helps along the way for the channel to thrive. Because again, I cannot allow these things to be just shown in public. They're mostly hidden for a reason, and they likely get good amounts of income just so you can able to do your progress in peace. I do want to say that the only reason why I was saying all this stuff in the beginning in the first place is because, again, I'm trying to make progress. I'm trying to make some sort of a way to get out of the gray life and into the color life. And what I mean about that is we've been trapped so much in this prison thing. I mean, I've been trapped so much in this prison thing from the past, where we do one objective, one thing, and one thing only until we're dead. And I've seen videos of it, and I've seen life of it. It sucks. It sucks. And to know how I experienced this, there was a story a long time ago where I went to court. I was basically getting some sort of paycheck by the end of the day, because again, I was forced to do this. I had no choice. So I would show up to court as one of the jurors, and I would like be their audience to these criminals. And it was okay at first. I was like, okay, well, at least I'm getting paid, right? And at least I'm doing that. The problem is they didn't cover for food, so I was kind of disappointed. I had to use my own money. So that made no sense. I'm like, okay, you're paying us, but yet we still have to pay for our own food. Why can't we get like some sort of free food service? You know, I would be happy with that. Free food service. No, I had to go to buy my own food, so I was there. And then, for some reason, I'm saying this right now, every day it felt worse. For some reason, I felt depressed. I felt unhappy. I was like, what am I doing here? I was like, I'm not feeling any happiness and experience with this. And this was time before 2020 struck. It was back in 2019, and I was looking at myself. I was like, what are my purposes? What am I just here to get a paycheck to do end of the day bargaining? I mean, of course, that's happy you get money, but at the end of the day, you're like, all this time I was doing something that just felt unhappy. It felt depressed. Now, don't get me wrong. You do it for the money. You won't complain about it. But for me, I didn't feel any happiness out of it, and all I felt was something that just didn't make me love the way I was doing in my life. And for the first time, it was so sad. It didn't feel like I wanted to be a part of that. And after when it ended, I came to my realization that I just realized, you know what? I'm gonna do something different that doesn't follow that path, because that's gonna end up being my future. Now, don't get me wrong, filming's a great thing, and I love filming. I'm a director, for crying out loud. I directed some stuff, practicing, doing back and forth. I am a director. Trust me. I've been doing directing, and now I've been doing writing, practicing writing, so I'm becoming good at writing to be for screenplays. And I did a lot of camera work, so I have experience with camera work. Not to mention, now I have experience with audio utility management, which is basically a utility where you mess with audios to make sure the visuals of the video has a good amount of audio. So I did all those 4 positions. So you could tell that I'm really slowly practicing filling in positions after positions. And I've been doing it for like the past 6 years, just practicing my positions. I did it in a way that can help grow my experience and make it better. But you see, what I'm trying to say is sometimes when you're in the real world, when you go out there and you're trying to find something there, sometimes it's not always available, and you're stuck doing jobs like, hey, you know, we're gonna have to do a temporary job of a random that goes and pays out and, you know, help customers. Because I was doing that, I think was in 2015, where I went to help gamers, you know, find real games and fixing stocks out. But every day I just did the same thing, and I felt unhappy. It felt something that didn't really add up to my expectations. So I start to wonder reason why I actually do YouTubing, because with the platform that I've created and the stuff that I'm presenting and the help I'm getting is building enough audience and enough attention to thrive for something that I want to go for and love and to do. And it makes me happy because for the first time I get to experience a world of something I never seen. Not to mention, now that I go to amusement parks and this now convention centers, things are only turning brighter for me because I'm actually experiencing the first time ever joy of happiness in my life, that I actually see something cool that you never see before. And I actually have, like, you know, my some of my buddies tag along. That was in the past, where they actually see that too and how cool they were. That's why I still invite them. Though I hope that I could still kind of get a chance if I get my supports right. If all you individuals share and support my love, I can have a chance to have her make good amount of income, enough that she won't kill herself every day. Because I have a feeling that that's what's happening. She's killing herself for money. And I don't want that to be her future. I don't. That's where she's heading. Everyone heads there. Even I'm heading there. But I'm slowly getting off as soon as my own YouTube thing gets income, because it is slowly growing better and better every day. Thank goodness. So, and I'm not going to stop in my education. I'm still going to continue regardless. But again, to have my own income coming at me at a better amount helps not only myself, but helps the people that I'm thriving for. I'm going success, and it keeps those market people thriving and making income, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. This is all about business and getting my things that I love going. And soon enough, that if I can help her and you guys share as much as possible to this person I love, enough that I can get my views and her views going up, there's a possibility chance I can now take her to places that she loves spending time with, without killing herself, knowing that, oh, I have to go this at this time to order to do something. No, that she can take breaks. She can take off some pressure off of her. And it's all on choices too. That person doesn't have to do that, but to have that extra income is something that matters. That's the reason why I do this. Reason why I'm going for that. Because you're gonna get tired eventually, and it's gonna get to the point where you just don't want to do it no more. And that's why I do this, for a reason. So that way the person will have their choice. But I really do badly want this individual person I love to, for once in her life, to spend time in a place that we can just enjoy ourselves without worrying about the stress that we have to go through for money. That's all this is about. That this is all of this has been about. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, so that way the money doesn't become a problem no more. It just becomes something that just puts ourselves through a way of changing our perspectives of life, and that we can spend our time doing the things we want to do instead of things we hate to do. But most importantly, the most I have to say is there is other apps too for investments, and that's what I'm also doing as well. So if something goes wrong, at least you have that taken care of as a backup until your thing gets fixed. Because again, I'm doing everything in my power, everything in my might, to make sure that no matter what, I thrive on not just YouTube platform, but I'm able to be successful in doing something big in broad Hollywood daylight. Because right now Hollywood's not doing good right now due to the fact that they're in strike. So hopefully that gets resolved, because I really do not like that continuing, because it does hurt Hollywood movies and it does hurt Hollywood stuff. And again, if I'm gonna be a part of this Hollywood, help out at least, or be like part of that, I don't want them to go with AIs, because I think that's stupid. I'm serious. To go with an AI and not go with actual individual people from their own ideas just kills the whole story and the whole purpose of what made movies special. And I still think that they should fix that. That's what my thoughts should be. Again, that's why I'm going out of my way to do all this stuff, to make progress and to make stuff. And it's slowly happening, and it takes days, maybe weeks, a month, but it's slowly, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll at least have good amount of progress, enough that can change not just my life, but my person I love life as much as possible. Because again, I really do want this person to be more, not just open with me, but more, going to places that we can love to spend time in and love to see. Because again, this is something that I'm really looking forward with, because I never spent time with, I've always been, doing my vlogs all alone, all by myself, and I never had a chance to spend a time with the person that's closest to me. To have that opportunity is something out of a dream, and and actually might come true now, because with the help and support that I'm putting towards, can make this a difference in reality. So that way, by the time of Christmas, or by the time maybe the new Thanos rides comes in Disneyland, guess what, I made something progress that actually made work for beneficial. Because I really do want this, because again, I have a ticket that is saved. I can guarantee this ticket is mine's and mine's only, and I can change the name immediately once the person accepts to go on with a certain day. It doesn't expire. That's the good news. it never expires, and it has a hopper. This is one of the craziest things that I keep, because as long as I could continue renewing my pass, if this YouTube channel can make me the money I need every month, then I know off the bat I'm living life pretty soon in the future, and it's slowly gonna grow. And once I get enough, maybe I'll even live my own place, so I can able to continue the things I love doing. As long as I'm just getting good amounts of pay and continue my education, there you go. But again, that's what I wanted to say from all of this. I did an update from the 5 night situation, and hopefully the next one won't have that same issues. But if it does, I probably should start talking to Scott Coffin about that, because that's really not what I want. But again, I'm doing all of this for the sake of my future and the sake of changing people's lives. Well, my persons that are close to life. My only kind of guidance to those individuals who are beginners is, look, you gotta have a passion, you gotta have something you're willing to do, and you gotta have creativity. If you don't have creativity, you're not gonna make it through YouTube that just like that. And the only reason why, my love is able to continue that is because she has something that she's thriving for, and she has videos that already make it to the top 8, and pretty soon it will change. It will change a lot. Now, I do kind of understand, there's been a lot of ups and downs during my life. To be honest, I haven't been told this story from the very beginning of how bad 2020 was and how bad my other life was. But again, I do wanted to say this. My family, it's not that they've been so harsh on me lately. No, the main problem is certain individuals in my life that were family members have just not been so great, leading to fights over money, and that's the reason why I started to create something like this. And yeah, some of those videos that I did while in the past with their scary light plays, you can hear fighting in the background, and kind of really, it's upsetting. And hopefully my future doesn't become like that, because I do plan to just have like my future just be somewhere that's more quieter and more peaceful. That's the only reason why, one of my family members that, me and him, or we went in the past, or going to theme parks, he ended up, wanting to get in his own, way of driving, his own way of, car, because again, he just didn't like fights when he was done doing all this entertainment stuff. It was just kind of a same situation over and over again. Now, to get me wrong, we kind of understand the situation, but all I have to say is, this is the reason why I put myself to do all this cool stuff and all this thing, not for the sake of my benefit, but the sake of the person that I care about, and to keep myself flowing through life. I seen Five Fires and all these make content, crazy content, and they get paid for it. I seen a lot of gamers do, like Markiplier and the other characters that like make content just so they can get paid for it, and they're already like at their age where they're ready to settle down, they're ready to do all that stuff. For me, since I'm still at the close to that age of 30, believe it or not, I'm able to just change myself, change the way I'm thinking, change the way I do things, and able to make progress whatever ways I can. So now that things have been changing, things have been different, I'm still looking forward to see what else I'm gonna be going for, what else I'm gonna be doing. I still gotta look towards my future, because I still plan to make it through the university. There's just been a lot of issues with that right now, and I'm still fixing them up. But rather than that, I'm able to still thrive off and still make it through life. And pretty soon, what a brighter future comes through, people are gonna look back and be like, this is how this person started, how he went through, and how he changed to become something great in life. Now, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, Twitter, or haven't followed me on Twitch, YouTube, check that out, please. If you want to stay updated to my videos, I have a Reddit. You can always stay updated because that's where I post all my videos at. When you want to see something new, it's gonna always be there. But other than that, yeah, that's all I have to say for this update. I did so much things of art depictions now that I've become officially an artist. I'm slowly creating stuff and putting them on display. And if I can able to make duplicates, I will probably be able to have them the first time being sold to rather people that are fans, or can go to places again. I'm still going for the impossible in the future. I'm not gonna give up on these art depictions. There's an impossible task I know I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna know the right individuals to contact to make that impossible art task. This is gonna be one of the biggest I've ever done in my life. So until then, time will tell when that's gonna happen. But when this happens, when this impossible art happens, it will change the scale of everything I've ever seen. And to actually contact those individuals will bring not only myself an achievement, but it'll make the person in tears, because this is not just some art depiction that you just post it. This is an art that goes through many decades. Like, we're talking about those art that we've seen from BC times, that they still have them displayed. Those are the art depictions I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say anything because, again, I'm keeping this under low profile, under low key. But this is something that's gonna be like a mission impossible task that's ever been created. And I'm all doing this just so this person could be always remembered. That no one is ever gonna forget this person, just like those other individuals. They'll be like the next founding fathers or founding persons that just were the biggest hit in that time, in that era. So that's why I'm creating this, because we're basically making something very spectacular for this individual, and that's the only reason why I've decided to just go through this length. Even if it hurts me, maybe, who knows what's gonna happen to me. Maybe something goes typically different to something going purely bad for me. But I'm never gonna give up on this dream mission that I'm now wanting to create myself. So as slowly as time tells, I will find a way to get the good amounts. So once I'm making those good amounts, it's all just about getting my life up and running and getting this dream I have going and thriving. So that's what's gonna happen. But that's all I wanted to say. If there's anything else, I would be probably looking forward to anything that's coming up. Stick around because I might have another live play coming up, and I'll see you on another stream from your Zero Pal Jimmy Pablo. So thank you again so much for tuning in this. I do hope that the game will be working, because I'll probably have to get in contact with Scott Coffin, and yeah, that's all I have to say. That's my recent video, and still support, follow, subscribe. Do not give up. There's still hope, and there's still some time that I can make things going, and pretty soon there's gonna be a bright future coming. Bye bye for all the followers and people who are sponsoring this. If you want to stick around for whatever I posted, upload, you can check them out. I have them uploaded now, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Enough.